So your principles. You go to church and meet everyone at church. You have the same beliefs. You have the same morality, same belief. So if you're a rich person, do you attract a rich person, other rich people, or what's your moral or take on where you fit in the world, who you're going to align with? So if your moon's there in that, it's the principles and understanding of the family and the relatives and the in-laws and what's right or wrong is what you feel you have to live up to. But it's very high in the chart. So what's right or wrong about family, what should be for family, it's almost like you're looking at you're the moral majority. For your feelings will say, well, this needs to be done, and you'll live up to the feelings of others, and you'll find people who align to you for the same cause or the same beliefs. But boy, if you meet someone and you have the same beliefs, that's a good foundation for a relationship. But if you meet someone that's very different beliefs and morals than you, take the junkie and the minister's daughter, like starting to see each other. Oh my goodness. So or you could take any kind of combination, two lawyers, two accountants, like who do you align with? And what's right or what's wrong about it? So sometimes we feel we need to be with someone, and if it may be wrong, but we still need it. And then we get memories around that. Sometimes we really have an instinctive sense of, no, this is not right. Like if you say you're in a relationship and you need to be in a relationship, but a close friend, say you know someone that's in a relationship and you know that you've seen their partner sleeping around with someone. Do you tell them or don't you? What's right or what's wrong? That's puzzles of understanding, and it could be puzzles of conscience too, but really the morality of, are you aligning with other people or not, properly, living properly? That's the moon in that 9th house. You'll have experiences, all kinds of fluctuating experiences. They'll go into your memories, and depending on what you've accumulated and how you're living now in the moment, it affects your sense of security. And then what needs to be done to make yourself feel more secure. Okay. And what you feel needs to make you more secure may not be right. You may go through all kinds of experiences of doing that with all the wrong relationships for all the right reasons, or all the right relationships for all the wrong reasons, or just trying to get who's really got it figured out. But with the moon there is a need to feel I'm living right, or this is the way we are. There's a sense of understanding how I'm living this way, and this is how other people live or should live. When the moon goes into the 6th house, the feelings, it's the duty house, the health house of adjusting, taking things in from others. So your feelings are going to be responding to other people, and you're always going to feel, I have to help here, I have to work there, I have to cook this, I have to fix this. So it can be needing to be of service. It can be needing to eat properly or diet properly, need to adjust. It's going to increase. You're taking in feelings, and you're having to transform your feelings, but you're always going to take things personal with the moon there. And that moon is trying to adjust. How do I adjust it? Here's what makes it better, what improves it. You're always trying to improve your sense of security. And based on whether you've improved it or made it worse, you'll gain memories that affect your security and your stability and your ability to reflect. Now, that ability to reflect will start determining what you think is worth going towards. So I'm really just taking the moon and its associations. I'm not holding them all together. I'm just grabbing what I can in the moment and putting it into these affairs of the house, keeping this rising, setting, above, below, keeping each one together and adding these qualities to it. It's just getting a little more tuned in, but it's hardly more defined. It's more tuned in and aligned. But there's so many ways it can happen. If you start trying to define it, it becomes very abstracted and it's hard to tell. Oh, your moon's there, you must be this. You can be wrong more often than not. So you have to just go through the stages and see that's how that person is, that's what their security is. Then you have to observe how they're working it, how they're living, what their habits are. Okay, so then we've got that cycle completed. And now we're going into worlds of concern, I call them, in the houses, but they're really the fire, water, air, earth houses, if we put it around the houses. But there's fire houses. Fire in the houses represents the self-identity, they're areas that affect yourself. There's 3 areas that are self-centered energies or self-concerned energies. And the first one is my personal identity that I am intuitively projecting, how I dress, how I comb my hair, how I go out the door, what I put together, who I think I am. Not about what other people think. It's how I'm putting who I think I am intuitively before I put it out in the world. This is my personal self. Now, if I'm feeling that really strongly, and I'm going to need to be that, I'm going to put the focus on who I am more than who other people are. That would be the sun in the moon in the first house is going to be fluctuating experiences and needs about changing needs about being myself, about being angular myself, my way. And it's a little proud. This is how I live. This is what I'm putting out. Or this is Jesus, this is what I'm putting out. How you doing? Not so good. Like you can put out all kinds of things, but your needs are going to be there and the moon will be fluctuating on that. If it's in the 9th house, is the house of understanding. It's self-fire, but it's the morality of your morality. So you have your identity of being me. I'm my identity, and this is how I understand things. This is my philosophy. These are my principles. That's the 9th house. So if you have your moon up in the 9th house, it's still a self-concern, but I feel strongly and I'm proud about my understanding and my principles. I'm living according to these principles, or I'm so terrible because I'm not living up to the principles I know I should live. There's a need to live into those principles, to live to be somewhat right or moralistic, not to be living immoralistically or with misunderstandings. But that means you'll attract many challenges of to understand other people that are doing things different than you. That's that moon there. And that's how you develop your principles and your morality about what's right and wrong. The third one of self or fire, or the worlds of self or the houses of fire, is the 5th house of your performance. It's a feeling one. I feel good about so with the sensation, there's a need to be understood by others that you're living righteously, so other people look up to you and come to you for advice as to how they should live. So you're part preacher. In the 5th house, there's a need to perform. There's a need to take in feelings and respond to those feelings and be creative. Someone's, oh, you're not happy, hon? Here, let me hug you. Let me give you a cup of, let me fix this up. You're angry, hon? How do we fix this? You're taking impressions in always and trying to perform with it. The kids are upset. Let's fix it. The kids are happy. The kids are hungry. Your needs are coming out through your 5th house of performance and of performing and playing. And romance is a type of play. Changes from, hey mom, look at me, I'm playing with the toys, hey look at me, to hey honey, wasn't I good? So like this, and how we feel. If we feel, yeah, you were great, well, I feel it's easy to keep playing. Well, if you don't feel great, if you no, that wasn't so good, my old boyfriend was better, you never tell anyone that, because the feelings are going to go negative and become very dysfunctional, disassociative, and the person is going to sink into their feelings away from objective relating. So some people will live for being functional. Some people will live for being subjective. And sometimes they get together and they have different, one person takes care of home, one person takes care of career. But there's struggles in the actual mechanics of that. But these are the houses of self, and these are energies to burn. So you're being yourself, you're being what you understand, you're living up to your morals or not. You're performing, you're playing, you're trying to collect hobbies and skills that let you be more performing or more creative or playful. So these are the show and tell houses. I need to show my feelings.